Unfortunately, Michael Gove has just reiterated what's being said for the past 2 decades of the war on terror, when you've had a new law passed almost every year that, in de facto terms, affects only Muslims, whether that's at Schedule 7 stops, at the airports where Muslims are required to give information that they wouldn't have even if they'd committed a serious crime, um, where, according to the prevent strategy, children are put under the microscope and seen as potential suspects, and educators and teachers as potential informants for the government. All of this hasn't made the government situation any better at all. In fact, it's made its situation worse. It's attempted through legislation to marginalize communities. And whilst his statement is not part of legislation, it's an attempt to marginalize mainstream Muslim groups that are connected to the grassroots, that understand the pulse of the community on the ground. So I think it's going to be a spectacular own goal for the Tory government, led by Michael Gove's comments.
And as an organization, what are you planning to do as practical steps against these comments?
Well, this comes at a very opportune time in the blessed month of Ramadan for Muslims, which is a month of mercy. It's a month of sympathy. It's also a month of success and victory. So we believe that this is part of that divine plan, as it were, that the more they attack us, and we found this throughout our history as an organization, the more we get attacked, the more the communities around us support us, Muslims mostly, but also non-Muslims. So as a result of that, we'll continue. I think this will actually feed into our fundraising drive. We have to thank Michael Gove for once again upping the ante and raising our profile so that people can see what we're doing and what he's doing. And in the end, we all understand this has only come for one reason, and that is because of our vocal support for the people of Gaza, and because of Michael Gove and the British government's support for the genocidal state of Israel.
So in the UK, there are a number of Muslim organizations, dozens, maybe hundreds. How do you think these type of comments will affect these Muslim organizations?
Well, one of the things that the reasons why these comments and this measure was made, and let's remember that Muslims have been put under the purview of extremism for the past 24 odd years. So this is nothing new, and we've become now quite accustomed to it, and we know how to absorb it. For those who don't, for those Muslim organizations who fear that they may be targeted, we request that, of course, that it's challenged, but that you don't become afraid anymore, because now this is the defining line. The defining line has become Al-Aqsa, it's become Gaza, it's become the Palestinians, it's become genocide. And we must stand on the right side of history, no matter wherever your political leanings happen to be. So stand firm and stand your ground. You will be proven right at some point, whether in this dunya or the akhirah. But don't be worried that the government may not engage with you, may not allow you to come and meet with parliamentarians, or will not want to fund you. The last thing we want is a Tory government that's involved in a genocide funding us from the same pot. It's the last thing we want. And as Cage, we've never done that from any government or organization. We've been directly connected to the communities, and it is the communities that we serve.